Hi and welcome to my video review of Fanatec GT3 RS V2 racing wheel. If we take a look at the front of the wheel, the first thing we notice is its thick wheel rim wrapped in Alcantara leather. I think this part is really well designed. Because of its thickness you can hold it really nicely, and because of this special leather used, it gives you nice grip, but it is also so soft that it won't give you any blisters if you plan to race a lot. On the front of the wheel there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 buttons. They all have a distinctive click, and I think they are high quality and will last a long time. There are 2 extra buttons on the top next to the LCD screen. The right one controls on-the-screen setting adjustment, while the left one doesn't have any real function yet. I think Fanatec will implement something with future updates. All in all, this part is really well built. It uses high quality materials, it is strong, doesn't flex, and for example this cover is made of this rubbery material that has a texture that reminds me of materials used in real cars. On the left side of the wheel there is a USB cable connection for connecting your wheel to your PC or PS3, and below it there is a PS2 cable connection for connecting your shifter to the wheel if you want to have it on the left side. Here we can also see wheels housing. It is really nicely designed because of this orange and black color combination and black ventilation grills on top. It is relatively small compared to other wheels housings, but I think that plastic used for it isn't as high quality as Logitech's. I haven't had any problems with it in more than 2 months of regular use, but I just wanted to point that out. On the right side of the wheel there are 3 cable connections. The top one is a PS2 cable for connecting your shifter to the wheel. The second one is also a PS2 cable that comes from your pedals. And the third one is a simple power cable. Here you can also see a simple on-off switch, and with it you can simply turn the wheel off without unplugging it from the wall. Behind the wheel there are club sport aluminum pedal shifters. They are a great improvement over previous Fanatec shifting pedals. I like their shape. Also the buttons below them have a nice feedback. But the problem I got with them is that they are not as firm as Logitech's pedal shifters. This doesn't mean that they will cause you any problems. They work nicely, but they could be mounted more firmly. What I also like about this wheel are these bumps on the back of the wheel rim. You can really grip them nicely with your fingers. Here I'm playing Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, which I'm really bad at, and also its force feedback isn't the best out there, but I decided to use it for my video because of poor lighting conditions around my PC. I mostly use my wheel for iRacing, and that's where it really excels. I have it mounted to my Rennsport wheel stand with 4 screws which hold it really sturdily, but it also comes with a table mount which I unfortunately haven't tried out yet. It is very different than Logitech's, but I think it should work well. Let's get into functionality of GT3 RS. How does it feel? Well, to me it offers a far superior experience over my previous wheel, which was Logitech G25. Don't get me wrong, G25 is a great wheel and I really like it, but the force feedback of GT3 just feels much more real. If we take a close look at the mechanism inside GT3 RS, we find out that it uses belt to transmit forces from force feedback motor to the wheel. That makes it different from almost all other wheels currently on the market, which use gears. Each design has its own unique feel. Gear-driven wheels feel more direct and are more twitchy, while the belt-driven ones have smoother force feedback and you don't feel the gears while you turn the wheel. Don't ask me which is best because it's impossible to answer. Some people like this one while others like that one. What I can say is that at least to me, Fanatec's force feedback feels more real compared to Logitech wheels. Some people think it's dampened or muddy because of the belt, but that simply isn't true. The force feedback on this wheel is tight and precise, and there certainly isn't any delay of forces. It just doesn't produce those rough effects gear-driven wheels tend to. That can be a downside when you want to experience very rough force feedback effects, for example when you're driving an F1 car, but mostly it makes the driving feel more natural. Oh, and forces do not tear the wheel from your hands when you crank the force feedback up. Force feedback just becomes stronger without becoming uncontrollable. Another advantage of this wheel is that it practically doesn't have a dead zone, which is a major advantage over G25, which has just an enormous dead zone that you can't really get rid of. Another feature I really like are on-the-wheel settings that can be accessed very simply at any time. They are just a commodity for PC users, but on PS3 they are a major advantage, since PS3 does not offer any special interface for adjusting force feedback settings, and you usually have to rely on in-game settings that are often inadequate. All in all, this wheel functions really well and I didn't experience any problems with it. It also seems that drivers have been greatly improved since everything worked right away on Windows 7 64-bit. It has a lot of strong points that are really hard to beat, like its high quality wheel rim, great force feedback, number of buttons on the wheel and its premium look. The only categories where Logitech wheels beat it are build quality of the housing and pedal shifters, but you won't really notice that while you're driving. Thanks for watching my review, that's all for now. For more information and news about Fanatec racing gear, please visit Fanatec Wheel fan site at www.fanatecwheel.com. You can also register on forums there to get involved in discussions about sim racing hardware and sim racing in general. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more sim racing hardware reviews that I will be posting in near future.